are stitching and other stuff. And it is like very warm here in the western states of the United States, at least in Washington, actually in Oregon, and it looked like California had some warm spots too.
Never cools down. I think.
True.
I think California's like on the 10th circle of hell or something when it comes to their weather. It just always looks awful.
Probably really nice in the winter when it's awful here.
No, I feel like in winter they are dry.
Yeah. If you're new joining us, we're in Washington State, but we're on opposite sides of the mountains in Washington. So this is my mom, and my daughters will join us to show a few things too. We're a tri-generational stitching channel. That's what the girls want me to call it.
Tri-generational, we're so official.
Tri-generational is such a fancy word. And yeah, and normally I'm warmer than you are, at least in the summer, fall months, but it's crazy that you're like at 86 degrees.
Telling Sarah, it was 80, almost 87 when I got home from the grocery store about an hour ago.
So weird.
It's just lovely. Everybody loves it because it's sunny, but people are getting kind of tired of the heat.
Yeah.
Because guess what? My grocery store didn't have any AC on. So it was just gross. And I told Sarah, I was so warm and just sweaty and felt sick to my stomach. I almost just got what I had in my car at one point, was almost abandoning it to go home. I just needed to drink something, but I made it through. But we're going to cool down to the 60s tomorrow, which will be heavenly.
Yeah.
Maybe rain starting on Friday. We have not had measurable rain since 4th of July or just after or just before.
So crazy for Seattle area. So
I mean, I was going to take a picture of fall leaves on the ground, and I thought, no, because they're just burnt. They're not like pretty leaves that have fallen. They're just curled up and crisp.
Yeah. So
anyway, I'm tired of it. Put all my summer, I still have capris out, but I have all my summer tops put away because it was time.
You're ready to be, you're just done wearing them. We're gonna insist.
Tired of them. I've been wearing the same set of clothes. I used to rotate.
I know. I pulled out my fall sweater. I haven't worn this, but it's like, see, there's a lot of air.
A lot of air conditioning built into it.
Yeah. So it's not like a thick, warm winter sweater, but I was ready to size my little sundresses for church today.
Yeah. It gets old. But anyway.
Yeah. Nothing otherwise. Oh, we were. What?
Well, we've been gone for a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We didn't record last week because why? Oh, we were throwing a baby shower for my sister-in-law
on Sunday. And did we record the week before when we had the birthday party?
Yes, but we did it on Monday evening. It was late and we were a little loopy and tired. So your last visit with us might have been.
We've had a couple of really busy weeks, but now it's all dead.
Yeah.
Dead time.
Not so much for me, but coming up.
As far as family stuff.
Yeah, we had
a shower, and we actually moved it outside because it was going to be 77 degrees, which I think it did get to. And the problem is we've got all this wildfire smoke. So that was kind of yuck.
It wasn't too bad that day, though.
No, it was better last
that day. It was kind of this angle of the sun, because in the summertime, I never really think about it because it's usually just overhead. But because we went outside, the angle of the sun was hitting all our, which we didn't even think about because it's not, when we've done summer events when it's warm, it doesn't usually do that.
Yeah. Well, we might have been able to have the shower outside today. I think the smoke is kind of cleared up. Yesterday we could not have, and Friday we could not have. And I could smell the smoke on Friday.
I smell smoke over there, even when there's not that much visible, way more than I do over here. I don't know if it's the dew point in the air or what.
I can feel it in my mouth. Like there's like a weird, I don't know what it is. Not dry. It's hard to describe, but I can tell when I've been out in it. It's just kind of a weird feeling.
Weird. We have been super lucky this year to not have very much smoke because the last several years was smoky.
And we've never had it in October. Never in the middle of October.
I don't know that we have either. And we don't have too much right now. There's a little bit some of the time, but not very much. So I'm thankful for that. We'll probably get more this week if it blows over from you guys,
but we were laughing because Sarah's brother that lives in Duluth, Minnesota, had snow 2 mornings in a row last week.
I know. I'm thinking about our friends in Canada. Some of them may have snow, and we're just still in summer weather here.
Hasn't posted any snow yet, but I bet you Kendra, she's in Saskatchewan, I think. I think she's going to start getting it pretty soon.
Probably. Yeah, probably. So yeah, when Cassidy, my sister-in-law, sent pictures of snow, I was just like, that is so disorienting because I still haven't even finished harvesting like tomatoes out of my garden.
Yeah. It's crazy, kind of crazy.
Very strange. So
Yeah.
we've done a little bit more knitting this week, but I do have some stitching to show. But you know what? I just remembered I forgot my finish for my cross stitch. Hey girls. Hey Millie. Can you go down to the co-op stuff and find my project bag, or you can, that has the baby gift for Kelly in it? The one that I showed. Yeah, can you just find that? It should be in with the co-op stuff. Sorry. I meant to grab that before we started and I just remembered because I had a finish.
You have a finish.
But you said you have a previous finish to show.
I have a previous finish from a long time ago. I've got a couple, but these are the ones I'm going to share today. I stitched these. I did a whole bunch of these for one of Sarah's birthdays.
Oh, I know what this is. I think. Yes. Oh, you have
they're little pouches. And I think I did each girl that was coming to the party's initial. So that was Sarah's S. And I put little
did that.
bows and little pink buttons.
Look at what Mimi made for one of my birthday parties.
On very tiny count.
Here, show it to Rosie. I don't know if she saw it. Did you see it? It's like a little tiny purse. It probably had candy in it or something, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it was a party thing. I'm sure I put
candy tucked in there, goodies. And every girl's initial was on their own. And then a lot of work.
I found this. I'm pretty sure I stitched this for Andrew, this bookmark.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So
I think I have in my stuff your leftover of that bookmark fabric. If you want to see
send this to you, Cassidy, if you're watching. You can save it so that Junie can use it when she's a big girl reading her book.
To a good book.
Okay. I cleaned out. This is why I found those. I cleaned out in my master closet. I've been trying to purge, and I found a couple of baskets that were tucked back in there, and there was all kinds of stuff, like saved Mother's Day cards on rings and stuff that I don't want to get rid of, but what do you do with it?
Have a little mementos box, and
I do. And so anyway, that's
really mementos.
But I found a little bag. It also I found the bag that has the bell pull that Aunt Nancy made me. And I've shown that before. And in that also is the tiny little green cardigan sweater my grandma Eileen knit.
I don't know if I know that.
I'll show it again.
For me?
Week, maybe, if I didn't. No, she knit it when it was mine or Kelly's. Mine or my sister.
Oh,
yeah.
Eileen. Well, yeah, because I didn't think she. Well, I
it
couldn't
needs
with her
to be
stroke.
mended under the arm because it's so old.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about putting it like in a shadow box.
That'd be fun.
With that picture of, I have shared it on Instagram and I've shared it on Facebook. It's a picture of my grandma and my sister and I at Ocean Shores in the 60s, black and white. And my grandpa took it from the back. So I'm kind of at a profile angle of her, and my sister's on the other side of her, and my grandma's sitting on a log or something. And I'm pretty sure in that picture, my sister and I are both wearing sweaters that she knit for us. I'm thinking about trying to do a little display for my craft room when I get one.
That would be really special. Yeah. Because she had a stroke and wasn't probably knitting when I can't remember when her stroke happened.
I had a stroke when I was in high school.
This is my grandpa's mom.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, before I was born.
Oh yeah, way before.
She would have been knitting and stuff when
She did keep knitting a little bit. I think she did tat. She could still tat a little bit. She tried to show me, but I couldn't get it. She tatted and she did still, but I don't know what she was knitting because it wasn't like she was knitting garments or anything anymore. She might have been crocheting. I know she really, really probably was needle pointing. But she could still do that. But she had some paralysis on her left side. Yeah, a little bit. So I think, maybe knitting and crocheting didn't happen as much. Maybe she crocheted little doilies or something. I don't know. I don't know where any of that.
I wish I had kind of known her more.
I know.
Like she was such a creative, interesting person because she was a concert pianist and taught piano out of her home for years to save money for her own.
She had gone
from table, not for the table you have though. Did she? Is the table you have hers?
Yeah.
That she saved up her money.
Yeah. So she died in the year Austin was born. So Austin is 29.
82. Yeah.
She was 86, 87 years old. She had lived a long life. But so when she was in her young 20s, she grew up in a little town over, I think she was in Aberdeen.
Mm.
Got on a train and went to Chicago during the gangster days of Chicago in the 20s and studied to be a concert pianist. And I don't know why she didn't finish.
Mm.
But she came home and then she got married, but she got married kind of late. She was older. But yeah, she taught piano lessons throughout the during the World War II and after.
Mm.
And the money she earned doing that, she bought this gorgeous dining room table and chairs that I got from my dad when he was changing out furniture this last year. I've kind of always been waiting for that table.
Mm.
Although I kind of have a love-hate with it because the legs to it come out at an angle and I'm constant.
Yeah.
It's a weird, it could be a square table or it's got a lot of leaves, but the legs come out a little bit and I constantly hitting my
do. Yeah, they do.
So
Like
anyway,
angled a little, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
she was very much, she was not a sewer. She did not know how to sew, but she could crochet, needlepoint, knit, tat, you name all those. And I wish she could have taught me how to do, she didn't. I don't know why she didn't. I saw her a lot in my younger years, but maybe I just never asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't something you like thought
I'll
of.
never forget. So she had a baby grand piano in their home in Aberdeen, Washington, and she had a bench, piano bench, and she needle pointed a cup, like a seat cover to put over that bench.
Yeah.
And it was solid needlepoint, and it was maroon background, and then in the middle of it was this huge spray of flowers. And it was almost like a deep eggplanty maroon in the background. It was gorgeous.
Really pretty.
I'm sure my crazy aunt sold it with the piano when she decided she could just sell off everything.
Gorgeous grand piano. I follow this gal. I need to tell you, maybe other people would enjoy it. She tats lace and it's gorgeous. I mean, you can just imagine. I was trying to find one. She does videos that are kind of like, she'll do jewelry. Like,
oh yeah.
But I wanted just a.
Is she Eastern European?
I think I'm guessing Russian or Ukrainian. I'm not sure what language that is. Russian, maybe. She might be Russian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's so many beautiful things.
I'm trying to find a photo of some of the things she's tatted. Look at that.
It's gorgeous.
It's so beautiful. Yeah, and I love watching her videos of her doing it too, because it's just like second, it's like cross stitching to us, like second nature. I'll put the link to it. It's Irina Malik, maybe. I'm not sure how to say it.
And tatting has a little shuttle that you use, but I also found on YouTube years ago, there's another method where you use these long needles. They're like it's called long needle tatting. Anyway. Yeah, and I kind of was starting to get the hang of that. I gave you all that stuff.
Yeah, I know. I have it downstairs. And it's always like something I'm going to try to do.
That was much easier for me to understand when I watched those videos. I was kind of getting the hang of it, but I've also lost some dexterity in my hands as I've gotten older. And you need to be able to, you have to keep your threads at a certain tension for that to work. And I don't have quite the dexterity, so that dream of mine has died. I can still knit though.
You can still knit.
I can still knit. Cross stitch.
Probably knit some gorgeous lace things still. I feel like tatting and lace knitting look very similar. You could probably knit some lace if you really wanted to.
Yeah. Anyway.
Know that motor pattern. Anyway, well, we have a featured. Oh, well, I've got the girl. No, I have a previous finish.
I have a previous finish.
I forgot. So I think I finished this last year, right? And
yeah.
A little Mill Hill kit. Largely beaded, but with some actual stitch.
Lot of beads.
Lots of beads. This little one is orange, is DMC or whatever, except for the beads on the eyes. But I love this one. But look, when I just pulled it out off the thing, I realized there's something like one of these threads came off, and I'm worried about losing those beads. I think I might just kind of put a dab of hot glue.
Yeah.
But I don't want these beads to come off because it will be a nightmare to try and put them back on.
Well, you finished off the back so nice, you'd have to take the back apart.
I know. I'd finished it with some felt on the back and just glued on well, yes, you can see, but be careful because that thread is coming loose.
Put a piece of tape over it right now.
Yeah, well, that'll pull off the beads, but
oh, that's true.
I'll just lay it flat. I don't think they'll wiggle off as long as I just, I know. So anyways, I just thought that was cute. I've had it hanging on my hedge that I got from grandma.
Oh, that's a perfect spot for it.
Yeah, it's been cute. And we have a couple girls. Do you want to show? what you have?
Our tri-generational.
The third generation of handicrafters. So you can introduce yourself just in case somebody's new.
Rosie.
You're Rosie. Do you have
And
peanut
nine.
butter on your face? Let me see your face. No. Checking for peanut butter.
Huh?
I was checking for peanut butter,
Oh,
but no peanut butter. So where
I'm
are you
knitting
doing
a
this?
washcloth at co-op.
What is co-op? Where do we do that? What do we do? It's our homeschool co-op.
Yeah.
There's other kinds of co-ops, but it's our homeschool co-op.
Oh.
And what are you making?
A washcloth.
Knitting.
a washcloth. Oh, it's gonna be a pretty washcloth.
It's right here, but I think it's just loose. Oh no, you've dropped a stitch. Uh-oh. Here. Uh-oh. But it hasn't gone far, so I'll be able to fix it. So let's just do that. We'll catch that stitch and I'll fix it for you later. Or I'll show you how to fix it. This week we taught,
I'm knitting back because I'm still.
are you still knitting back?
Yeah.
So Rosie's learning how to unknit because she made a mistake. And
It's easy to
accidentally.
drop a stitch when you're unknitting too.
But I don't think you need to keep. Oh yeah, you probably do. Yeah, so she might have dropped it when she was unknitting. So I'll fix that and then you can keep unknitting because I think it's important to learn how to fix your mistakes because then you can be a very independent knitter if you understand how to do that.
I think that is key. I really do, because I think the knit and pull stitch are not that hard, but
Yeah.
seeing a mistake and reading your knitting is a huge skill to have.
I agree.
All those
So I'm
times
trying
you
to
got-
really teach all the little, I have 9 little girls that are in that class. And my goal is for all of them to know how to knit and purl and fix a knit or purl stitch. If they can see they dropped one, to
Yeah.
at least be able to unknit and pick it back up. I think I'd like them to be able to, I don't know, put the stitch back, knit it back without having to unknit everything. But if all we get to is unknitting, that's still better than nothing.
I still pretty much do that.
Do you? It depends on how far back my mistake is.
I usually don't catch it right away. When I learned how to knit, Sarah gave me lessons for Mother's Day at a local yarn shop, and it was just going to be a big scarf. And I thought, oh, I can do this, and I went to the store and got a little pamphlet with dishcloth. And okay, if you can knit and purl. I just picked ones that didn't have like yarn overs for lace, and I thought I'm going to do this on my own. So I started. I can remember sitting in our bedroom, casting on and casting on and casting on sometimes. And then I make a mistake. And I remember one time calling Sarah at like 10 o'clock at night. Are you still up? Can I come down so you can fix my knitting for me? And she lived probably a good, I don't know. You were down in the
Like
valley.
down in the valley at that point. Yeah, it's probably 20 minutes away from you.
Yeah, 10 o'clock at night. Probably wanted it fixed so I could knit on my lunch break the next day. Yeah, I finally learned how to do it myself.
Yeah, that helps.
Skills, Rosie,
Good
good skills.
learn too. You have a lot of little. Will you bring me one, Teddy, when you're done showing? Okay, show what else?
Oh, fairy princess.
Imagine fairy.
Imagine fairy. Imagine fairy. And where are you at on it? I didn't know you had worked on this since we last recorded.
I did some.
I'm excited to see how far you are. Some of the dots on her
I
dress.
did that.
Oh, okay.
I'm working. So I did her skirt, and I'm working on her hand.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
See?
She's gonna be so cute and tiny.
That is cute. It's very cute.
I'm gonna turn my fan down. I think it's kind of loud.
Okay, you want to tell Millie to come and then bring me Teddy? Okay. Mill, come on if you want to show. It's your turn. Do you only have knitting to show?
I have cross stitch too.
You have cross stitch
I
too.
kept telling you
I
that.
couldn't remember. I can't keep all 3 of you straight. You're all just children. This is Millie. If you're new here, she's 11, 10, 11, 11. Oh, geez. Well, it's when we start to sort of get halfway through the year that I can't remember because she's going to be 12, not 11.
Oh, I look a little tiny blown.
I know, because you seem like you're still my baby, and 10 seems old.
How old are you? 10?
No.
No, I'm 11.
I think you're 10.
11. And look what we have on.
Oh, the gold jumpsuit has made an appearance.
Jumpsuit.
It's been a long time.
Look how cute it is.
So cute. It's
And she
Millie's
wore it with her gold sweater today. It
Ooh.
was all gold. It was cute. She asked if it was too much gold. I said, it's too much gold for me, but I'm not the one who matters in this opinion. So if it's not too much gold for you, then you can wear it. And it was cute. She looked cozy. Okay.
Finger. We're watching the Bond movies.
Oh, Goldfinger. Oh, yeah. So what are you working on?
I finished something.
You have a finish. Well, it's
For
almost.
co-op?
Okay, it's almost finished.
Also for co-op. So
Gotta talk a little louder.
I made a washcloth.
Oh, you got yours almost. Yours is done?
Yeah, except for these.
Okay.
I have two girls in there that are very fast. Her and her friend. Both finished. Harper. Both finished theirs this week. So they're ready to start hats.
Oh, they're gonna move on.
They're going to start hats. Okay, what else?
Cross stitch. Wait, can I show my yarn?
Yeah, you can show your yarn. You're going to do your hat out of that too.
Maybe.
Is that right? Maybe. Well, I need to kind of know.
Hat.
Maybe.
That'd be a cute hat. Okay, and you're cross stitch so far?
So, I'm working on
Oh, the teacup bird.
Teacup bird. What do we call it? What is it actually called?
teacup birdie.
Teacup birdie?
Yep.
Oh, birdie teacup.
Oh, birdie.
Birdie teacup. Have you ever, did we make you watch the party with, oh, we had you watch it. Have you seen
Yeah.
that? Who's in that? What's his name?
Oh,
He's
you
the Pink Panther. The Pink Panther. Who is
Oh.
that? Peter Sellers. Have you seen the party?
Oh, yeah. We watched it. Where
We had
he's
you watch it. That
Yeah, we
really
watched
goofy
it.
one.
fumbling his way through a party that he's not invited to.
And
Yeah.
every time I hear the word birdie, there's a scene in that movie where he's
Birdie
trying to
yum
feed a
yum.
bird some birdseed in the middle of this very ritzy party, and he spills birdseed everywhere, but he just keeps talking to the bird, birdie num num, because he's pretending he's like playing a character from I think India. So
Yeah, that's right.
probably not very PC, but he's very funny in this movie. Okay, show where you've gotten to with your birdie teacup.
Oh, pretty flowers.
Really
I'm
pretty.
working on the teacup. I just
So
needed
white.
the tan color. I have
Oh,
all the
yeah.
white done on the teacup part. And
Now
then
you're
I'm now
doing
doing
the
the tan up here.
Uh-huh.
Little cup of tea with a little robin sitting on it.
Could be so cute.
Hope it doesn't poop in your cup.
Oh, that's
You're
great.
the one that, oh my gosh. I saw this video. This is such a tangent. It was a reel that somebody leaked to from their stories. And it was like this drone footage. And it said, imagine if your wedding started out like this. And it's like, it's somewhere in Europe, right? So it's looking down, this drone is looking down at this venue. It looks very fancy European on some waterfront. But there's buildings kind of off to the side of the drone, right? Or something. And there's this seagull sitting on this post. And there's this music playing a little bit, and then the drone swoops down, and all of a sudden, the bird just poops. It's like, imagine if your wedding video began like this.
So romantic.
Go back and rewatch it. I'm like, did I just see what I think I saw?
That's funny.
Oh, people pay a lot of money to have those wedding videos done.
I know. I'm sure that was edited out.
Probably that was the rough cut.
We have another show and tell. This is Hall, right? But he's not really Hall, but we have a new puppy.
Oh,
His name is Teddy. His name is Theodore. Here, say hi. Say hi. This is
Hi,
Teddy.
Teddy. Hi,
He
puppy.
is a Maltipoo, which is a mix between a Maltese and a poodle, and he is so sweet. We have been kind of watching for a small dog, looking for a small dog for a while, since we rehomed our other one, who was very unhappy and not a very nice dog to have at our house. And we had promised the girls we would get another small dog that's kind of similar to our ballet teacher's dog that they love. So that dog is a Maltese Yorkie mix. And so we didn't find any of those that we really liked or could afford. Oh, that's right. They can have some genetic health problems inherited, because both breeds kind of have a tendency towards that. So that's why we didn't decide to get a Morkie is what that's called. So I'm sure Maltese and Poodles can probably have, but health problems too, but they didn't have any chronic ones that really popped up as we were doing this. Anyway, he's very sweet. He's 11 weeks old.
Oh, he's very cute.
Super, not like yappy at all. Very, very quiet.
He like the only
Very
sounds he
mellow.
makes is, like he whines.
He's one.
He will, I mean, he's playful.
Uh-huh.
Often pretty playful after the girls go to bed. He gets kind of awake in the evenings and then he is so sweet. So we're hopeful he's kind of a really good little family snuggle dog.
Pretty nice. Nobody put him in a bucket or lock him in cupboards like somebody used to do.
Yeah. Liddy used to lock the kittens in the toy cover. You used to be kind of mean to animals when you were little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why, because she's not a psychopath, but
I don't know. But it was a
kind
little
of acted like she might become a psychopath though.
I was a little worried there for a while.
Oh my gosh, we do have a featured friend. That's why I'm on my phone. I'm kind of trying to find where my message is. Here we go. You don't remember doing that? Let's see. So we have a featured friend from Linda Bazarski.
Oh, yeah. Show me.
Stitches gorgeous things. So this, she sent me this, well, maybe a couple weeks ago, but we didn't film last week. So I'll put the picture. Linda says this is a finish. It's a rosewood manor called dogwood lace, and it's stitched 1/2 on 56 count cream linen. So pretty, so delicate.
I don't know, Linda, do you take some kind of like supplements for your eyes? Because I need help because 56 count.
I know. And Linda, you always play it down like, oh, it's no big deal. But I think 56 count is, we're wondering if you have a very high magnification
Light.
magnifier light, or if you use, I mean, I've seen what you use because we've done Zoom chats where you're stitching. So, but I don't know what the magnification is, but
I couldn't do 56 count with my light that I have now.
no, I'm not sure. I could, maybe if it was a light color. I definitely couldn't on a dark color.
I could maybe do 40 count for short periods of time, maybe with mine, but 50, no.
I could maybe do 56 with my eyes because I have really good eyes still. I could maybe do it with the light because I can do 40 count without a magnifier.
See, to me, that would be like just pulling out a
Only
t-shirt.
even weave, though,
Cross
not linen. I couldn't do linen.
No.
It has to be even weave for that small of a count without a magnifier.
Even weave?
What?
I guess they would be even weaves. I don't
It
know.
says LB because that's her initials, Linda Bazarski.
Oh.
Yeah, so she put her initials in it. I don't know if you saw that before. Look away.
I do. Sarah and I were talking about, oh, so beautiful, Linda.
It's gorgeous.
It is.
So pretty.
Does she say how long it took her to stitch it?
She does not say. Probably a week.
If you're watching, please let us know how long it took you to stitch that.
Yeah, when did you start and when did you finish? And how do you want to fully finish it? We'd love to see a fully finish. If you do, maybe she doesn't fully finish marriage. I don't know. I don't always fully finish.
Do you know what I saw at my needlework store the other day?
Yeah.
Gorgeous. It was a Nora Corbett I think it was a Nora Corbett, one of her skinny witches.
Mm-hmm.
Not real big. It was, I don't know what count she stitched it on, but you know, she was about this big by this wide, but the fabric was big, and the fabric, and she's got black hat and there's deep purples. The fabric imprinted on it was spider webs.
Oh, cool.
Corners, and she was in the middle. Oh my gosh. I am not that big into witches, but I thought if she gets more of that fabric in,
You might do that one.
it was stunning. And it's not the called for fabric. She just did it.
Right.
I was like, oh, I want to
Who
do that.
stitched it?
Denise from
Denise
Threadneedle.
stitched it from Threadneedle Street.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like she's stitching more now than because when I first started going into her shop in 2018,
She used to tell me she didn't stitch.
she didn't stitch much. She was doing a lot of hardanger.
Yeah.
And she's a single woman. I don't know if she has kids or a lot of family. I know she's some extended family because she's talked about getting together with family, but I don't know if she's ever been married or if she has any kids. So she might just be on her own. But she talks about how she likes to do hardanger and cross stitch in bed, which I could never do.
Yeah.
I can't sit in bed that long, cross-legged or anything. I just couldn't do it. But she was doing a lot of hardanger. And I said, oh my gosh, because here she's got this shop with all this stuff. And I don't know if she's just become more motivated because she's got good business. But she did several fall pieces, like Halloween. She did a Lily Violet piece that she hanging up. It was down the other day, so I don't know if she just put the other one up instead. But I feel like she's stitching more than she has and bringing it in, not necessarily fully finished, just kind of, hung up.
Yeah, right. On pins or whatever, close pins.
Oh, but that piece, that fabric, I love.
Cool. That sounds really beautiful.
She wasn't in the shop. She only leaves like once or twice a year to go to like Needle Expo. She's not ever. I have never shown up there since 2018 and had her be out sick or anything. But
Wow.
she has a friend that comes in and manages the store for her for like 2 days or 3 days. And there's a Needle Point Expo in Texas this weekend. So she went to that because she does have a lot of needlepoint stuff in her store too.
Yeah, she does have some really beautiful options.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope to see her when I go next time and ask her about that fabric if she's going to get any more in.
Wow, that sounds really cool.
I mean, I think there's several of those witches, those elegant witches that would go well on that fabric.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's a lot of different interesting. I was looking to see if she has an account on
Who?
Instagram or anything. Fred Needle. I'd be
She
kind of
does not.
surprised.
I think she does.
She does have one?
She
No.
does not. I don't think.
Oh, somebody does. There's a couple Thread Needle Streets, but they don't look like her to me.
I don't think she does. She has a very limited website because I don't know, for a store like that to try to keep track of inventory and what you got in.
She's got so much in there. Yeah.
You're just better off calling her and asking her if she's got something. She knows what she's got. That woman knows what she's got.
Yeah.
She knows what thread she's got. She keeps track of what thread she's out of. And to be honest, I have not had any bad luck recently finding my overdyes there. I think they finally started shipping more regularly, maybe, or maybe I'm stitching older things and the colors I'm asking for aren't as popular now.
Maybe.
But I went in there the other day and bought, well, on my shepherd's bush piece that I'm stitching, I think it says stitch 1/2. I did not like it. It was too
Squished or something?
Yeah, and so I'm doing 2/2.
Oh, you did 1/2, 1 thread over 2, not 2/1.
I didn't like it. So I switched it to 2/2, but I thought I'm not gonna have enough. And luckily it wasn't their overdyed silks in the kit. It was just weeks. And I found all 4 of them in her shop. And then I bought another pattern that I'm going to show for haul. And it called for a bunch of overdyes. And I found them all for that too. So
oh, cool.
Maybe it just was lucky. But I feel like she keeps up on that pretty well. She has a lot of different threads.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, why don't you show your whips?
My whips. Well, I was telling
you
that I have been very rebellious this week. 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks. I haven't really stitched anything on my magazine monthly except for one piece. I've ignored all the other ones. I have not touched my whip go for this month, and I didn't finish whip go last month. But I
haven't really done much either.
It's knitting, and so I'm trying to split my time between knitting and cross stitching, and sometimes knitting is just super comforting to me.
Yeah, I've kind of gone back to more knitting lately, just
so
practical reasons. But
been working on this little sweater for baby boy Cash. It's the Tin Can Flax.
Oh, you're so close. Look at
I'm just doing the ribbing on the cuff of the first arm right down there, and you can see, I hope you can see, baby, on the arm here. Let's see.
Is it barley? Is that the one you're doing?
No, flax light.
Flax light. I'm just gonna make
down the side of the arm is that garter stitch panel,
which I love. With that yarn, turned out really nice. It really highlights the
kind of hard with the needle stuck on there, but
yeah, but I can see it.
So I'm gonna, yeah, and oh my gosh, Sarah, remember how I was complaining about having to pick up stitches under the arm?
Yeah.
That's the best I've ever done. I don't think I even have to sew up any holes.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I've ever had that experience.
I've had it happen maybe once. But anyway, so that's my little boy sweater.
Cute.
It's not really, it's a little darker blue than what it's showing up on my light.
Okay.
That's a little lighter than it really is, but
That's really
it's
cute.
it's going to be so cute and so soft. So I did work several nights. I would knit for a little bit. Sometimes I'll knit when I'm making dinner and stuff. I'm waiting for the next step to start. I'll go knit a couple rows, and those sleeves are fast.
Yeah.
Because it's only like 40 stitches and you reduce down to 34 stitches and then you're like zip, zip,
Zoom,
zip,
zoom,
zip.
zoom. Yeah, that's fast. That's nice.
So I did a lot of that. And then let's see here. I'll just show what I've done. I haven't done, I've been really slow getting started on my calendar piece for this month, for October. I just started it last night.
Yeah. You still have two. We're only halfway through. You've got a half a month.
And it's not a very hard, it's this little witch's hat and some swirlies.
Cute.
And I basically just did that square outline.
Oh, it seems like that'll go fairly fast though.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. Then, yeah, it's, you know, I just need to make sure I work on it. What are we doing down here, folks? Well, there's the giveaway on the floor.
There's what?
Our giveaway fell on the floor.
Oh. Oh wow.
Keeping it real here, people. Just keeping it real. Okay. Then I also worked on Emily Call, who is a designer, and we have met her via Zoom in the past on our calls. I'm doing her Thankful from last year, her Thankful piece.
I like that one a lot.
I'm just about done. I just have a few little motify things to do and a few back stitches.
Are you gonna frame it, do you think?
I'm not sure. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about making a pillow, but I think I'm gonna frame it.
It's cute. I like it. I think it would look really good in the frame.
Yeah,
I
I think
round frame or something.
I don't. Yeah, I have a few. I don't really have any Halloween frame pieces. I have just generic fall, but I don't think I have any fall. What's going on here? Fall cross stitch frame pieces. I have a lot of fall pillows that I did last year.
Yeah.
Last year was Pillow Palooza. The other thing I worked on is this piece that I started last year. I believe I started it in, what's the month of this magazine? I started it for Magazine Monthly.
Is this your theme piece?
Yeah, this is my theme. This was the December 2021 piece, but I'm sure it came out in November. And I started it in November. I would not have started this in December, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you started.
Thankful Heart.
I feel like it was kind of related to Thanksgiving that you
Yeah.
started.
So it's those little trees that look like nothing until you get the back stitching on. And it says, begin each day with a thankful heart. So I finished all the body of the trees. So I finished up.
Oh wow.
And then I started my back stitching on those two.
Yay.
See if it'll focus.
Cracks me up that they're just like stems coming out the top.
I know. There's birds on a couple of them too that I haven't done.
Yeah.
They're 1/1. The birds are.
Oh, yeah. Fun time.
So that got a lot of love. A little love anyway. My goal was to finish that this month, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Okay. Then I also very minimally worked on my 4 Seasons Barbara Anna piece. And in fact, I'm not even sure it's going to show up because it's white. It's the white. Oh yeah, you can kind of see
the white.
Her arbor over her head is the white snowflakes. Oh, I need to get cracking on this, but I have till the end of winter.
Yeah,
I'm always a season ahead. Well, yeah, season ahead. So that got some love. This has gotten a lot of love, and this was not on any of my plans. I purchased this as a PDF a while ago. I saw it on Instagram, and it's Autumn Posey by Home Stitchness, and her name is Jenny Vandeweel, and it's this heart-shaped autumn not going to focus because of the glare, I think.
That's okay. I've linked to it in a past video sometime in the last month, probably, so you can always go
Yeah,
find
so
it.
I fell in love with this piece. I don't know what is, anyway. So I'm starting.
Oh, that's
The
really,
last time I showed it, I had part of this and part of this done. So I've done all of that.
it's prettier even than in the pattern picture.
Yeah, I really love it. I love her colors.
Pretty.
I have a couple others of hers that I bought and printed out. I think she's got one of these for each season.
Probably.
And I really like it. And it's easy stitching. It's a lot of there's color stitches. I mean, color changes a little bit, but it's fun and it's easy. And
Yeah.
it's been easy to stitch while I'm watching TV.
Yeah,
I stitched more than I thought I did.
yeah,
I
you
don't
have
know if I
more than I
showed this last time. I don't think I did. This was a pattern by a Ukrainian designer. Her name is, well, you can buy it on the Etsy shop, Nonstop Stitching. She has permission to sell a bunch of different Ukrainian designer stuff. Her name is Nadezhda Nagornaya. And I don't have a good, I don't think I printed off. It's called the Autumn Fairy, and it's very pale. And there's a lot of blends, and I love her. And I think since I don't think I've shown it since I've done all of her dress.
I don't think so either.
And that dress has, I think there's 5 different blues and or combinations of blends in that blue dress. Come on, focus. Here we go. I did make a mistake on the white in her ears. They're supposed to be more blended, so I think I'm going to rip those out. Start. I might not. We'll see. But I don't have. I mean, I only have like this is like the bottom of the pattern pieces. The top half and then bottom half instead of side by side. So I think I just have the bottom half of her to do now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I worked on that quite a bit. I think that first week that we right after we recorded, I think I worked on this quite a bit.
Right.
And then I think the last thing I really worked on was my shepherd's bush piece for our stitch along. I got my butt kicked because I wasn't working on it.
Who kicked your butt?
You did.
Me? Oh, I don't remember that.
Called me out. Said, how's it coming, Mom? Stephanie? Stephanie, I'm doing a scissor fob by
Oh, on the Instagram, on my Instagram post?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I did call everybody out. No, I wasn't calling you out. I was
called Harvest Home Scissor Fob.
cute.
Again, Shepherd's Bush photography.
I know. I mean, they always have such cute, like, I don't know, flat lays, I guess.
So basically, this just says Harvest Home, but I'm working on this house. You know how much I love houses. And it is so tiny, you guys. Look at this little tiny piece of fabric. I can't put a hoop on it. So I have to really, I like to have a hoop to hang on to. So anyway, that's how far I've gotten. I think last time I had done the red and some of the white in the windows. And so I finished the roof, the chimney.
Cute.
And that, oh, it's not gonna, it's a flower, but it's not gonna focus, I don't think. Why are you not focusing?
Alexa.
Anyway, you got it. Alexa, shut up. So I'm working along on that, and that's it. That is all well, that's not all. I mean, that's pretty good, I guess.
I feel like that's a good amount. I mean, it's not the same as like last month when we each had like 14 pieces to share.
None of those.
None of the planned
None of those
ones,
were
but
done.
lots of good stitches. Well, I had, did I just drop a button? Yeah, but I have a almost finished for my knitting. So this I am giving to my little nephew. He's going to be coming in November, and it's all finished, and I finally fixed it all. So last week I had this, I thought, done. And then I realized once I cast off that the straps were half as long as they should be.
So weird.
I don't know how that happened. I still feel like they're a little on the short side, even though, again, I measured and like knit
Is there a picture? So does it come up really high though?
It looks like the picture
It's
now.
not like,
Yes,
it's not like down here. It's
it
up
is
high.
supposed to be all the way up, like a romper more than like over.
Yeah, I think that's what's deceiving. I think you're thinking it should be longer because you're thinking of a regular overall.
I know. And so I think it'll be fine. The first set was definitely too short, but
Yeah.
So that's what it kind of should look like. And that's what it looks like in the picture, kind of high. But, and then I just need to add buttons, and I picked out, I had a couple choices, and I had my little co-op girls help me choose. I said, okay, I need help. So this is the one, this is the one I was leaning to as well. So the buttons that I'm going to sew on, I just haven't had a chance to, are these little wood buttons.
Oh, that'll be cute.
I think that'll look cute against the gray and all of that. So it is finished except for the little buttons. That was a really long time making that.
Started it before we ever knew we were gonna have a nephew.
Yeah, because I was going to give it to somebody else. Remember, if you've watched for any amount of time, you know the saga that what are you making in there, hun? For you? For everyone. Oh, he's making dinner. He knew I was going to make French toast, but he's going to start it.
Oh.
He has to leave down for Portland.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, since my wrists had started bothering me, I was making such slow progress on it that I was worried that that little outfit I was making for another baby at our church wasn't going to even fit. But so long story short, I decided I would finish it. I had a little more time to work on it and give it to Kelly for the new baby. So anyway, so then, and somebody asked me a couple weeks ago how my wrists are doing. Since I started wearing braces at night, they feel way better. I'm able to knit a little bit more than I was without my hands going numb, especially in the evening. In the morning, if I knit, like on the way to church, I was knitting this morning, my hands were kind of going numb. But
In the morning too.
Yeah, I mean, that's been like that for a long time. I do have an appointment scheduled in December for what do they call it?
Nerve conduction test.
Yes, that. I'm not looking forward to it. So I do want to get it checked, if there's something I should be doing. So since I gave that little outfit to my nephew instead of the little boy that I was originally needing for, I cast on a hat that I'm going to make for them. It's a little less time sensitive and it's a little shorter project. And these are the colors I'm going to do. I'm going to do a Fair Isle pattern. I'm not sure what exact pattern I'm going to do.
Why are you doing that to yourself? Just knit that kid a rib pattern.
Because I like doing Fair Isle. I think it'll be fun. It's just going to be a band, like a row of Fair Isle.
Okay.
Not like Fair Isle all the way up or anything. It's just going to be.
And otherwise, I think Cash is going to be getting that hat.
I know. Well, I already have the brim done, and I started it yesterday, so I think I'll probably have it done in a week unless I encounter major problems. And if I start encountering major problems, I'm cutting it out. I'm going to a couple stripes, and then we're good.
Yeah.
That Tin Can Knits, who is the designer of your sweater that you're making, has a recipe for free for hats and cowls and some Fair Isle patterns that you can choose from. So I'm just using their recipe. Yeah. And it's so far really good. They're really good written patterns, and it's free.
They have
all the sizes.
Do they have helpful hints for Fair Isle?
I haven't gotten that far. I've done Fair Isle, so I don't really need a lot.
Are you using one of their Fair Isle patterns then? Do they give you Fair Isle patterns?
Yes, here, I'll show you. It's free, so I think it's probably fine for me to show.
Tin Can Knits is I think is it two women that design?
I think so. I can't remember.
I think they're based out of Vancouver, BC or somewhere. I think they're in
somewhere here in the Northwest.
Yeah.
So it's not like a fancy pattern in terms of the picture, but they do have a lot of pictures in the pattern itself. Oh, so then there's a recipe in this document for a hat and a cowl and a tubular cowl. I'm not sure what the difference is between the two. And then at the end, they have a stitch pattern library.
Oh, okay.
That you can then select from. And I don't know if it has a section. The recipe includes Aran weight, sport weight, DK,
nice.
DK, and sock weight, I guess. So for adults through children, I thought this is what I need, because a lot of times I just want to do a hat and I just need a recipe because I can. Chicken broth. That's chicken broth. Well, it could be milk. Where was it? In the door? Laying flat? That's probably milk then. Sorry. There's even more. There's all kinds of.
Wow. They have a lot of
monochromatic ones.
Most of their patterns that I've seen anyway are multi-size, so you get a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah, they're great, and they do a lot of Fair Isle in their patterns, which I don't stitch a lot of, but I like doing it. when I do it, I'm always really happy. So that's my knitting. I want to get that hat done kind of quickly. I also have a sweater that I'm about to cast on for Rosie that she's been asking for. So I had gotten this yarn. I showed it a while ago when I got it. It was on sale at Hobby Lobby. It's, huh? Oh, I thought you said something to me. It's this. It's called, I think they went on sale because they were stopping carrying this colorway. It's called Violet Night. I don't know why it's called that because this is not a colorway I would think.
That's going to be a bright sweater.
She wanted a bright sweater. She likes this yarn and I love it too. So I picked out, let me see if there's a picture.
A Georgie pattern?
It is not a Georgie pattern, but it looks pretty well written. It's Gabrielle Dan's knit. It's called Took. I needed to find one. All of Georgie Nicholson's patterns are like DK. And I needed a sock yarn design, and there weren't very many. And she wanted a hood, and I didn't want a lot of lace in it because I want the color.
Yeah, lace wouldn't show up anyway very well.
So we just picked this simple one, and it goes up through size 10. So I'll make it a size 10. And what I'm going to do, I don't have quite enough yarn. So the hood, we're going to do a different solid color for the hood, and and then I think the cuffs and the little garter hem I'm going to do in a solid color as well. But this button band I think we'll do in the rainbow color.
Okay.
Anyway, I think it'll be cute, and she's dying for me to cast it on. But I put that hat on my needles first so that I wouldn't not knit that hat.
Yeah, get that done and get it off your plate.
Get that going. So those are my days. Okay, but my cross stitching, I worked on my shepherd's bush as well. So I have Bring Us Good Cheer, and this, I think I said this in the post that I made on Instagram. It is so nostalgic for me to knit these little Christmassy motifs because stitch these little Christmassy motifs because I knit those stockings for the girls, and those were half a year each probably. And I think when I started doing those stockings, I was pretty monogamous.
Yeah.
By the time I was doing the last one, I wasn't as monogamous of a stitcher anymore, I don't think, but still it took a lot of work because I would do one in a year.
Yeah.
And I loved stitching on them. They were on that big count, almost like a burlap fabric. And anyway, so this is
so cute.
I know.
This is a cute kid. I need to get that for myself.
Thank you for giving it to me. I'll give you the pattern and any leftover thread.
That's true. Yeah. Does it use their threads or does it use weeks?
It just came with.
But usually it'll say what
weeks.
Weeks?
It's weeks. Mm-hmm.
Oh well, you can pass
and
it.
One
to
B.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's such a cute pattern. Oh, there's my scissors.
Shepherd's bush always makes me nostalgic because I stitched a lot of shepherd's bush in my past. Yeah, and I always loved it. And this
is kind of my on-the-go project. There's 2 pairs of scissors in there.
Cool.
Probably didn't realize there was one in there, so I threw another one in there, and now there's 2.
You don't want to be without your scissors.
The other thing, I just need to pull this one up because I don't have a color picture printed for my tunnel of trees. So let me see if I can find just.
While she's doing that, I'll show one of my hauls. So she bought the yarn for that romper from Hobby Lobby, and they sell them like I feel like it's yarn on a stick.
Yeah, it's like on this long cardboard thing.
Like a broccoli stem or a Brussels sprouts. But I bought one because they're super affordable and it's super soft. And I'm probably going to make a striped hat of some kind for somebody. I'm not sure yet.
I think that's what this yarn is too, for both that little baby outfit and the hat I'm making. But the one I'm making the baby hat out of came with like some of this kind of color oranges with it. I think I'm going to make Rosie. I think I'll make each of the girls some socks if I can. Oh man, well I can find the actual artwork that the design is based on. So I'll just show it.
Oh, okay.
It's not the cross stitch. So it's artwork done by Elizabeth Spurlock. Sorry, I dropped it. It's not on my lap. So let me.
We are a hot mess.
Doing great here. So I think this is the original artwork. Let me zoom it in a bit. That's not exactly.
Oh,
Okay. This is what the pattern. It was in the Halloween just cross stitch. I don't know what year.
I don't think I knew that was an artwork that they based it off of.
Yeah, so it was, oh no, actually, the artwork is by Kim Leo. I read it wrong. The cross stitch adaptation is Elizabeth Spurlock, which makes more sense. Dropped it again. Slid right off my lap.
I'm running out of things to share while you're thinking around.
So I worked on this a lot actually because I am doing the 13 stitches of Halloween challenge, and I decided to try to work on this for 13 days this month. So I have.
Oh wow, look at that moon. I love the moon.
I forgot because I don't have a color picture in my thing. This is what I'm going off of. It's not even the full pattern. So I didn't even remember what it looked like. I started stitching the moon and thought it was going to be yellow. I thought, what is this?
Oh, I love it.
There will be branches. There's trees that come up over it. You can probably see it in the pattern like this over the moon. So there's some.
Oh gosh.
That's my.
Oh, I really like that piece more and more.
What is that? Look at that.
What?
Do you see a little pink flashing light?
Yeah, what is that?
I have no idea because it's not actually doing that. It must have something to do with showing it on the. Anyway, so that's what it looks like.
Oh yeah. Oh, you still have 2 more houses to go. I keep forgetting.
Oh, I got a lot to go on this. So that's why I kind of wanted to work on it to make some good progress because I don't get an itch to work on it all year long. Like it's kind of in the fall that I want to work on it.
Yeah.
I got quite a bit done on that. I've worked on it. I can't remember how many days. Let's see. I've worked on it 10 days. So I really just have 3 more days for meeting that little challenge. Athena X Stitches is the host of that fun little challenge. So you can go find her on Instagram.
Are there any other? I'm trying to think if there's any other. No, there's not. I haven't heard of any other little challenges right now. I'm sure there's none out there.
There probably are. I just haven't really paid any attention.
I know Lindy Stitches and a bunch of them are doing that cross stitch ball.
Yeah, which I didn't click on yet to see what that one was.
It was like $10, I think, to join the Zoom stuff, but then you paid extra for any classes. And the only class I would have wanted to go to, I forget which one it was. I think it was finishing a strawberry. It was already full. It was already, I mean, by the time I saw it, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't need to, I'm not going to pay just to shop.
Yeah, right.
Because I've done plenty of shopping.
You don't really need to do that. I am really close to finishing this square on my Shores of Hawthorne Hollow.
Yay, 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 yay.
And look, it's in this nice project bag.
Oh, lovely.
Because, well, that's kind of the only haul I have, but Janet Jabber sent me some of these, which thank you so much, Janet.
Janet, you're so sweet.
It's so kind of you and really fun to actually put this in a bag. So keeps my sanity a little bit better. Okay, let me zoom it in.
Oh, there it comes. Yeah.
I just have that little bit of blue around the fish and then the rest of the black border. And that square is done. Totally.
Good job.
I know.
Job. That's been a long time coming. That's all summer.
At least, yeah, probably even more. So then I'll go on to the moon one, which I think will be way faster, way less stitching on that one.
Sure will.
Maybe not faster, but it is way less stitching.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of color changes in that moon.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for you to get to like, hold it up. That middle one.
This one?
Yeah.
I might quit when I get to that. That might have to be my last one.
And that blue house.
I need to remember because we had chatted one time about me switching things around and I needed to write it down and I didn't. So I'm going to need to
do that because it made total sense.
And I don't remember what it was though.
Did you save it?
I think I was going to stitch these two. I don't remember
either, but did you save that gal's finished project in your saves?
I might have. I'll have to go look.
Was it Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram. I'll have to go hunt it down. I can probably just look at the hashtag for this pattern and I'll probably find it.
Yeah.
Because
I'm doing it soon though, so it would be towards the top.
Yeah. So I'm going to change the order in where the blocks go, but I think I'm going to keep all the blocks. Although I think, no, she had a nice saying that she did instead of that in memory of.
Yes, she did that.
Need to go look back at what that was.
But she also changed some of the squares around so there's not so much.
Yeah. So I need to go
concentration.
look that back up. And then, oops, the last thing I worked on is my shade. So I've been working on Tiny Traveler and I have been loving using Pattern Keeper. Oh my gosh. So thank you for my tablet. It is so nice to use. So nice. And I can kind of like more mindlessly stitch on it, which is more what I probably why I'm pulling it out a little bit more. I worked on it quite a bit this week because it kind of does what knitting does for me, like a little bit more, just like follow the pattern. So here's the design I'm working on. So see if I could show it. This is Tiny Traveler. It's based on Annie Stegg's artwork.
Thumbelina, right?
Thumbelina. It's not focusing very good. But that's okay. I'm working in the top left up here where there's some leaves.
Very dark, moody piece.
Waterfall. It's not quite as dark as it looks on screen right now. It's actually a little bit lighter blue, but it is kind of that dark, romantic, dramatic piece. So I have gotten, come on, so much fabric. Quite a bit done. I need to get a little hair clip, like, or one of those ties now that you, what are they called? Those magnetic spool things.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Woo-hoo!
Down to the end of the second row, second column on the first page.
Wow.
Yes, it's so great. Can't tell what anything is still, but there you go. When I look at the pattern, when I zoom out on the pattern, I can see what these are going to become, but you can't tell yet.
Yeah.
There it is. That's
There it
everything.
is. Good job. Wow.
Fun. I've done several hundred stitches on that this week.
I kind of wonder if I won't get back to my Hayden after Christmas.
Maybe.
I'm just feeling, I don't know. I'm just feeling like I don't want to follow any rules.
Oh well. Don't then.
I think I just get this way this time of year.
Sometimes you just need that mental space to just do what makes you happy.
I think I just, we had all sorts of work drama at my work this week that kind of was stressful, and it didn't involve me specifically or my job specifically, but it involved the company as a whole. And so I think in the evenings, I really just wanted to zone out. And that's why I think knitting was so comforting to me this week, because I could just relax, and we watched our shows, and I did stitch obviously, but I'd start off the evening knitting first, and then I'd put it down.
Yeah.
And I'd get my stitching. So I'm not exclusively stitching right now.
Yeah.
But, that'll change.
Yeah.
Things settle down.
Yeah. Do you have any haul?
I do. Okay, so I have talked before about this sweet woman named Anna in Oklahoma, and she and I have done some swaps on our own. We were matched together for a knitting. She's a knitter, for a knitting swap years ago on Ravelry, and then we just did our own over the years, and we just love doing it. She's just a doll, and we haven't done swaps, I think, for the last year or so. I think with COVID and I think job situation, I never wanted to put stress on her. I think she's also had some health issues, and but she's doing well. And I went to my mailbox yesterday, and I was so surprised to find a package from her. And Anna, you are just a lovely person. So in that package was some Sweet Harvest Celestial pumpkin tea, and she always wraps things up really cute.
Oh.
And the most adorable little card. Look at this card.
Oh. That makes me think of your Halloween squirrel.
I know, which I was going to give to you, but anyway. Then she didn't send me yarn. We usually do like yarn swaps. She sent me a knitted object. She sent me this stunning,
oh my God,
beautiful, long, it's double knitted. It's like a tube, like it's open-ended scarf.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Look at this. It's I think it said she used 21 mini skeins from a dyer named Stress Knits.
Wow.
Isn't that just, that's one
You're gonna
side.
need that in Lewiston.
Yeah, we're not going to need it here,
Yeah.
but it's just so squishy. It's lovely yarn. And I just was so surprised that I've never had anybody other than maybe you knit anything for me. So
that's beautiful.
Thank you so much, Anna. I know I thanked you on Instagram, and
Mm-hmm.
but it just is so Lovely. Anyway, I don't know. It was just such a surprise. I love getting surprises. So that was part of my haul. The other part of my haul was I knew that I probably would not get a prize for my AB Singo because it just, there's so many people doing it, and that's okay. But so I treated myself because I did get a blackout. And so I had seen this gal, her Instagram and her Etsy shop is Black Cat Stitchery. And she had these adorable Halloween bags.
That's cute.
I
Wow.
died. Anyway, so that's the bag. And then she put in there a little floss grabber thingy.
Oh yeah. Oh,
There's
those
a
are
needle there with the matching witch fabric.
so cute.
It's so sweet. I will order from her again. It is really well made.
What's her store?
Black Cat Stitchery. No, Black Cat X Stitchery.
Okay, we'll link it down below. So you
That's Instagram is just at Black Cat X Stitchery, which I think is also her Instagram, her Etsy.
okay.
Her name is Tiffany. Anyway, that was my treat to myself.
That's
I haven't bought any for my WIPGO bingos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I will. I mean, I might buy one at the end of the year if I get myself caught up and finish it. But I thought, I needed that.
That's
I needed it, which makes me laugh because I was at the store today and I'm walking down the aisle, and I've really tried to change our eating patterns, especially at night. I can't control what my husband eats for lunch for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
His breakfast is pretty okay, but I've really trying to do more of that Mediterranean lifestyle where we're eating more fish. We didn't eat a lot of red meat anyway, but I'm having some meals where we're having just more whole grains and more fruits and veggies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on my mind. I'm having to redo like my whole menu. I'm trying to find recipes that we really like. He is not a fan of lentils, so anything with lentils is kind of out, but he'll eat other things like he'll eat bulgur and farro. And anyway, so I'm walking down the aisles, right? And I hear this couple behind me. He says, "So do we need some Pop-Tarts?" And I was laughing as I thought, nobody needs Pop-Tarts. You want Pop-Tarts, but you don't need Pop-Tarts.
You didn't need that bag. You wanted it.
But I wanted this bag.
There's a difference.
My lovely kit came from England.
Oh, yay. I love watching what you open in these.
Cotton and twine. This is a sweet one. It's a Halloween one. And it is, but they sent like salted caramel milk chocolate.
Oh, fun.
And so they always send the tea. This is a classic everyday fair trade tea, just a black tea, I think. A pair of socks with squirrel on them.
Cute.
Anyway, that was fun. And then what's that doing in there? Anyway, this is the project that they sent. Look at this. It's called, well, it's not called anything, September, but it's Halloween. And they send you the dowel and they send you.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, it's got like the witch from Dorothy.
Yes, I love it. Anyway,
Fun.
so the colors for it are really, oops, I dropped the needle. Look at the colors. What are you doing?
All right, well, Gideon and Opal, our dogs, are playing out the window here, and they're really truly playing, but it sounds really ferocious. But
Are they
there's no
sacrificing
lie.
Teddy to the dog guards?
Oh, I'm pretty sure the girls have Teddy or.
Anyway, so this is.
I'm sorry. Oh, look how bright those colors are. I did
Isn't
not
that
mean to
gorgeous?
throw it out. I was just
I
like
think
kind of.
maybe even. I think I might start that. The dowel and the thread, and it's just on a Ada
Cute. Fun. That was
baking
like,
kind of thing. Anyway, that was a treat to get.
that's really fun.
I think I'll keep getting these as long as Dad's still working, but I don't know if I'll be able to afford to do it once he retires.
Yeah, I know. Wish I could afford those. Those are really fun.
That's, I mean, I don't know what I'm paying, but it's not a ton. I mean, it's not like crazy considering they're coming from England.
Yeah.
So then I think, I think my Bird Crush Club came.
Okay.
I've shown that. And this month is the long-eared owl.
That's what we have in our tree, right?
Right?
Yeah, that's what we have that nests in our tree.
And this is the stitched piece.
Oh, fun.
And she just sent along, she always sends the thread work, so she sent a brown thread. So I do eventually plan to stitch these. This isn't the year for that, but I do hope to stitch them
Fun.
and maybe switch them out every month or something. I don't know what I'll do with them, but
You could make like a,
huh?
so say you could do like a, so, you know, stitch them together like a quilt or something. Some kind of display that you put on the wall together even.
And the last thing I have was just I went to bought a Christmas present at Threadneedle Street for one of my family members. Can't show that. And I bought, this is what I bought. This is totally an impulse buy. It was Erica Michaels. It's her Thankful Turkey Time Strawberry or pillow.
Cute.
Turkey.
That's cute.
It comes with the buttons. And then these are the colors. I tell you what. These are stunning. Let me see here. Try to line them up. My hand's not big enough. Come here. Come here. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Aren't they pretty?
Those are pretty.
Yeah. So I
Rich tone.
and then I just bought a piece of fabric. I bought a 36 count vintage country mocha to do it on.
Cute.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much my haul. I mean, I got stuff at Hobby Lobby, but it wasn't really stitch related. It was kind of stuff related.
Yeah. I don't have anything other than those bags that Janet sent, which again, thank
I'm
you.
so behind, you guys. I haven't been watching Flosstube. I need to get back to it.
How many? I haven't been able to watch very much either, although I did watch. Look at how many she sent. Good time.
Oh, nice.
So thank you again.
Yeah.
That is so nice. I did have the time once while I was making dinner. I put on stitching at the cabin, and because I knew that Alyssa had her baby, so congratulations, Alyssa. I got to hear the story. It sounded like a little bit of a nightmare, but I'm glad that you're doing okay and that the baby is healthy. And if you're watching, congratulations. We're so happy for you.
Yes. Congratulations from Stitching Stuff to you guys.
Yeah.
Your stitching time will be less for a while.
Yes. Sorry to tell you. Your sleeping time will also be less,
Oh,
but not forever, I promise.
it gets better.
It does.
It does. It does. It does.
What are your plans this week?
Well, I really do need to hit my whip go hard.
Yeah.
So I'll probably work on that maybe tonight. And I do need to work on, I did a wheel and I did spin it a couple times, but it's got more than just what's on here on it. It's like all the things I want to work on. So, I mean, I had, Stitch Quarterly from Fat Quarter Shop. I showed that a couple of weeks ago. It was the squirrel in the tree. I wanted to start that this month, and I was going to work on my winter cricket collection, which is the winter piece to what Stephanie has shown on our Zoom calls, her autumn piece. I have a really simple,
as a featured friend a couple weeks ago.
yeah, I have a really simple Halloween one called Spooky. It's a black witch's boot and a spider.
Yes, I
I
know.
don't think I've got a ton to do on that. I just need to work on it. Then I have one from Tempting Tangles, which I bought off of Creative Poppy. She's a designer off of Creative Poppy. And it's called Red Finch Winter Song. It's on a kind of a dark blue fabric. It's not quite as dark as your Tunnel of Trees.
I can't remember.
But it's a blue. I don't think, do I have it with me? Maybe I have it in here.
It smells good.
I was going to work on it.
I did buy bacon to go with this. No, I didn't. No, I didn't buy bacon.
Oh, yes, it is a dark blue. So this is the pattern. I really love it. It says Silvery Dusk and Blushing Dawn, the red finch sings his winter song. And that's the piece.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
And it's on this crazy blue fabric.
I remember now.
And I've only gotten this far. Silvery dusk and a little bit of the yellow border.
It's gonna be really pretty on that fabric though.
It will be. I think it will be. And I love it. It's hard to work on.
Yeah.
That's on my list of things to do this week. I mean, I want to touch these, a lot of them. I Bring Me Joy by Pineberry Lane, my Four Seasons girls. And then I had started that Dahlia, Harvest at Dahlia Ridge, which I bought in Indiana.
Yeah.
I need to work on that. So, I mean, really, I just need to make progress towards my WIPCO goals and make progress towards these goals with a few extra little things thrown in too. I mean, I've got so many.
Yeah.
Button Up hasn't gotten my 25 minutes a day love. Kind of fell off that bandwagon. So I'm hoping to get back to that. And I'd like to finish this. Well, I'm going to give myself 2 more weeks to finish that sleeve. Just because I'm not going to devote all my time to the knitting. Yeah. What's your plans?
I have a few more days on the 13 stitches of Halloween, so I'll keep working on my tunnel of trees. I'd love to get that moon done before it kind of goes to sleep for probably a year. I need to get a few hours on my Snow Queen for my WIPCO, and I need to pull out the threads, as many as I have, probably most of them, for my next stocking, for my stocking, because I still haven't finished. I still haven't ordered beads.
I should have. You need to send me what those beads are. I would have looked for you.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I mean, I can just call Denise. I just haven't done it yet, so I might do that because it's only a few dollars, and I bet if she has them, she'd probably ship them to me in a heartbeat. So I should note to myself.
I was going to mention my WIPCO goals from last month was still Hoity Toity and Hot Run Hollow Christmas. Then my October call was Ring Around the Rose Tree again and Biscornu, but I finished that Biscornu already this year. So I get to mark that one off. So I only have 3 WIPCOs to work on, which is better than 4.
Yeah, I only have those 2, Snow Queen and stocking. My 13 stitches, and then I thought of one. I would love to finish my Shores of Hot Run Hollow.
Oh yeah.
That square. It's so close. I mean, I know it's still a couple hours of knitting, but
Stitching.
Obviously, I really want to knit right now or something.
Clearly. Don't worry, we're not going to the dark side. We won't stop stitching.
No. I love them both too much.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a giveaway this week.
We do. And it is one that I got at Threadneedle. It's a tiny modernist pattern. I was just going to try to take the price tag off. I always think it's tacky to have that on there. Sorry. Come on. Okay. It is called Autumn House on a Hill. It is really cute. It's like a sticker on my finger.
Is this the Plum Street one or no?
No, this is Tiny Modernist.
Oh, that's right. You just said that.
And it does call for DMCs or CGT. What's CG? Oh, Cottage Garden Threads. Cottage Garden Threads.
I didn't even know.
Is that classic colorworks from a really long time ago?
Well, those used to be, classic colorworks used to be crescent colors.
Cottage Garden Threads. I've never heard of those. Have we?
I haven't.
Anyway, you can use a DMC. Or you can put your own weeks in there or whatever. Anyway, this is it. Autumn House on a Hill. And it is very autumny and I love it.
That is cute.
And
it's an Australian thread company.
Oh, really? I wonder if 123 Stitch carries it. There's not that many colors. There's like 3 colors in this whole thing.
Cottage Garden Threads. They look very pretty. So you can do that.
Yeah. Anyway, so we didn't think of a word. What word should we use?
Knitting. Jessie says knitting.
Jessie, aren't you on the road to Portland yet?
Making me dinner, so
come over to my house and make me dinner. Let's do. It's got a bird. It's got a hill. It's got a house.
I don't know. My brain is.
Are those sunflowers?
Sure, but I feel like we did sunflowers not that long ago. But we can do sunflowers.
No, let's do squirrel.
Squirrel. There's a little squirrel in there. Let's do squirrel.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Now it finally focused.
We might have done squirrel not that long ago too, but that's okay.
I don't think we have.
Okay, so squirrel. So use the word squirrel if you might want to win this giveaway.
I have not sent out Pumpkin Hollow Farm yet. I think I have that one to go. What else do I have?
I still have the Winnie the Pooh things.
Oh, wait. Oh, we got to figure out who won. I didn't write that down.
What is it?
It's the Blackbird Designs. It's Spring Fever.
Did we use birds?
Probably. It's from 2 weeks ago. 2 times ago, maybe. I think I was going to call you and ask you again. I don't think I wrote it down. I'm going to put it right now on a sticky note.
Okay, if that was birds,
I think it was.
which I think it is, that the
Oh.
winner was Lawana Maurer. I have not
Oh,
an email from her, but she commented on our last video. So Lawana, if you're watching, send me an email at stitchandstuffxs@gmail.com. It's down in the description box below here. And send me an email with your mailing address so we can send that off to you.
but I'm up to you. So I guess all I have is Pumpkin Hollow Farms, and I was going to look for the fabric I did it on.
Yes.
That's what's holding me up. I just need to dig around in my closet, and I just haven't done it.
And
Okay.
we didn't have a giveaway last week, so we don't have anybody to draw. For this.
Okay, so this was, I'm sorry, Lawana?
Lawana, Lowana.
Lowana.
I hope I'm saying that right.
Lawana, what was her last name?
Lowana Maurer, Maurer.
Okay, there, I won't have to ask you again. I'll just ask you if we've gotten her address.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't give up on me. I will get this mailed out. I mean, the one Pumpkin Hollow Farms. And that's all I think I have to send out.
What are you reading these days?
Nothing.
Same thing or nothing?
Same thing with Love from London. I haven't really been reading. I've been playing my Phase 10 app on my phone.
Mother. That's not how you raised me.
I'm on a winning streak.
You raised me to be better than that.
I look at, I've stayed up too late most nights, and then I get into bed and I think, oh no, I'll just play this dumb game until I run out of lives, then I'll go to bed.
Sad.
I don't, in the last 2 weeks I have read some in that book, and I really do like it. The storyline is picking up. It's kind of sad because I think it's it's involving kind of a crazy controlling husband that causes a woman to make a sad decision, anyway, but I think it'll redeem in the end. Her books usually do. I mean, have a good outcome. So just need to slog through it.
Yeah, well, that's sad.
Yeah, I've got other books I want to read.
Well, just put this one aside and pick up the one you want to read.
Well, the one I want to read, I bought the book. Huh?
Yeah.
I bought that book, so I can't really read books in bed.
Oh, yeah.
I need to be on my Kindle, but I bought that one book that was on my coffee table that I was telling you about, the wolf
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
I'll show that next week.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you reading? School
Well,
books?
Yeah, I'm still reading, all kinds of school books. I'm reading the Silmarillion, which I think I was reading last time, which is it's kind of the story before the Lord of the Rings, like kind of the creation of Middle Earth and how all the races of people developed there. And so I've been reading that mostly in bed, slowly, because I'm going to bed a little too late too. But my friend just lent me this, and I think I'm going to read it as well, because I am a big fan of the musical Hamilton. And it just came up in conversation because of something else that she also was a big fan. And I was like, really? Because I don't know that many people who are really into Hamilton. And I think it's really amazing. Like, I think that it's really a work of art in terms of putting history in an interesting context. So this is a book. So the musical is written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who did the music for like Moana and
He's big.
all the other more recent. I can't think what else.
Yeah.
The other.
He was in Mary Poppins.
He was in Mary Poppins. I'm sure he wrote a lot of music for that. Huh? Encanto, the other Disney one, who did the music for Encanto. He's great. His songwriting is just on point. Like, it's sharp, it's musical, it's really interesting and engaging. It's fast, so it's kind of like Gilmore Girls, like really fast. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so this is a book, but about some of its notes on the history that he researched because it's very historically, it's all history of Alexander Hamilton and just different. Anyway, I'm excited to read this because I'm kind of a Hamilton nerd. Love it.
Uh-huh.
Love listening to the music. Love watching it. Watched it a million times. So I'm excited. So those are my books right now.
Uh-huh. Oh, you finished Misery.
I finished Misery. Whew. Yep. I don't think I'll read another Stephen King for a while. Need a break now. But I did enjoy it. And I kind of want to pick up another book, but I want to finish the Silmarillion first. I'm kind of making myself. I'm enjoying the Silmarillion. So I'm kind of like, if I pick up another book though, I think I'll read that instead, but I really want to read the Silmarillion. So
You know, I did read on our trip to Seaside. I don't know if I'd mentioned this, but I did start reading my Shell Seekers.
oh, you were going to, yeah.
Yeah, I started reading that. Yeah.
I love that book.
Yeah. And so I did start reading that. I think I might bring that to my desk. So when I'm on hold with insurance companies, because let me tell you folks, insurance companies right now, some of them, I held for an hour and 45 minutes to talk to an insurance company the other day.
Oh
And
my
it's only going to get worse from now until March because it's going to be open season.
God.
People are now scrambling to get their appointments. And so,
Open season. You mean open enrollment?
uh,
Open season makes me think of hunting. I think that's a
Oh.
term for like
open enrollment.
open season. It's a free for all.
It's a free for all in the insurance world, but also people are calling to find out what their benefits are for these procedures they want to get done for the end of the year. So their hold times, and they're so understaffed. I mean,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. So I'm, I had my knitting. I did knit a little bit at my desk last week, so I might do that again. I might read some Shell Seekers while I'm at my desk. Because again, there's not a Kindle version for that book, and I really wish there was, because I would totally be reading that in bed.
Yeah.
And all I could find it. I know I have a hard
The little mass paperback.
Yes, and so
That's
the print
I have.
is so tiny, and I know I have an not a huge paperback, but a medium-sized paperback. But
Why don't you put it on your coffee table and read it with your magnifier now and then?
I mean, I could, yes.
Just while you're waiting for dinner instead of knitting.
I could. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I mean, I can read it. It's just not as easy to read. But
yeah,
this is our new thing. So we've been watching, because I don't know why I'm a glutton for punishment. Been watching Dancing with the Stars again.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to because I don't like the host.
Oh,
very much. She's very annoying.
yeah.
To me and Dad. Basically, the whole time she's talking, Dad's yelling at the TV, "Shut up, Tyra! Shut up, Tyra!" I'm sorry if you're a Tyra Banks fan, but we are not. But they brought that other guy in from Beverly Hills. Oh, Will Smith's Beverly Hills show that he was on.
No.
Did you ever watch that show? Oh, what is that show?
You mean The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
The guy, his stepbrother or cousin. What's his name?
I don't remember. I didn't watch that. You didn't let me watch that show.
Antonio. Anyway, they brought this other guy back. Brought him in to be a co-host. He was on the show a few years ago and won. I think he won, and he was incredible. He's really funny. So we were watching it for him and for a couple of the stars that are on there that we kind of wanted to see. But anyway, long story. They're having a lot more theme night. Well, they always have a theme night, and so recently it was Bond night. So they were dancing to Bond music, and I realized I have only seen the Daniel Craig Bond movies. I haven't seen any of the other movies, and they're iconic movies with iconic stars, iconic music. And so I said we should, because we watched all the Marvel movies during quarantine. We've watched Battlestar Galactica. I mean, we kind of do that, right?
Right.
So we're on a mission to watch all of the Bond movies in order. So we started with what?
I do not like Bond movies. I just realized it recently when we watched the last Daniel Craig movie. I was like, I don't care about any single Bond movie I've ever watched.
Oh, I love them. I love it.
And it's just a thing. I just don't care for it at all.
Dr. No came out, the first one came out, I think it was 61 or 62 right after I was born. And it's Sean Connery, and I love Sean Connery. And it's so weird to see him so young.
Yeah.
So young. So we watched that. So that's what we're going to be doing. Is not every night, not every night, not every week, but we're going to.
Maybe I would like those really older classic ones.
Oh, they're funny.
I don't care for any, and I love Daniel Craig. Oh, he says I wouldn't like the old ones either. Okay, well, he's probably right.
They're like this one that we watched. You see people being shot because there's bad guys, right? I mean, it's a spy.
Yeah.
But
I just don't care about that.
I feel like the more newer ones, there's more torture scenes,
yeah.
And those were very played down in the 60s. Like and the fight scenes are they're very staged, right?
I just feel like we have a co-host today.
Oh, well, it's not. I feel like when you watch a Daniel Craig one or a Pierce Brosnan one, it's way more real. The 1960s version doesn't seem like it's real. Like it's what?
But oh, nothing. He's just providing a little running commentary over here for me.
I'm sorry if he disagrees, but that's how I felt about it. But
Oh, so funny.
anyway, so we're doing that because I feel like that's kind of
Fun
iconic.
to work your way through like a discography or whatever,
Yeah.
like filmography in this case.
Yeah, and so many stars from some of those iconic movies have passed away, and they were iconic movie stars. Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton. Is it not Timothy Dalton? Somebody Dalton was one of them. Anyway, I just wanted to see him, and I've always liked Sean Connery.
Yeah, that's fine.
There was a little bit of humor. There was more humor in this one than there are in the more recent versions.
Yeah.
Not quite. They're not as intense. They're not. There's a lot more.
I always think of when I think of Bond. I think now of that show, The Night Manager, with the guy who plays Loki. There's something sort of similar in the tone about those.
Yeah.
Although
that movie, that TV series was way more intense. And
it was very intense.
Night Manager. There's like in the 1960s when they would make a movie, it was way more movie. Like there's a lot of looks. Like there's a lot of that kind of acting style.
Yeah. Scan into the face or the.
Yeah, you're imagining, and you kind of see what's coming. Whereas I feel like the modern day Bonds, you don't know what's coming.
Yeah, right.
But I really love Daniel Craig, so I'll watch him at Bond.
Yeah, I like him too.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see the Bond character also develop. That's kind of what I wanted to see, because while he was suave in this movie, he's not as suave as I believe the coming seasons are. It's dialed back. I feel like they produce, although Dad doesn't think Daniel Craig is very suave. I think Daniel Craig is very suave. And he dresses up really nice and he looks really good at the tux.
Well, that's true.
He's
laughing at you over there.
And Pierce Brosnan too.
You want to come in and co-host with me? Come in and
our movie segment. Anyway, so
he can lead the movie chat.
Huh?
He can lead the movie chat.
Anyway, that's just kind of our new random thing that we're doing. I mean, we're running out of things to watch.
I know. We're watching a real intense show on, is it on Netflix? Called The Watcher. And
I think Dad was watching that.
Oh, it is. You can't really tell what it's gonna be from the commercial. It looks like a psychological thriller. Well, it's
can't remember.
Who's in it? Naomi Watts plays the wife. And I can't remember the name of the guy who plays, it's a big cast.
Oh, wait, is this the
Wait, don't give any spoilers because we don't know.
No. Is there like a
gorgeous house and the two neighbors across
are crazy
are watching them.
Yes, I saw that.
But I don't want to give any spoilers in case anybody's watching it or going to watch it. But it is just really intense and really like.
It looks intense.
I don't know what's going on.
I just saw the trailer.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I kind of like want to.
Yeah.
Because I don't know I don't know. For a while, I was like, wait, is this going to be more horror or more psychological thriller? And now I think it's still psychological thriller. It has sort of these undertones of like, what's going on for real? Anyway, I have no idea.
The other thing we started watching, because Dad is a really big Bosch fan. We started watching Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I do like that. I don't know if I really like the guy playing him in the new series. I really liked Matthew McConaughey in the movie. So
and I haven't watched the movie. I like that new guy.
Yeah, he just isn't quite as, I don't know. He's just not Matthew McConaughey-ish. There's just something about Matthew McConaughey's characters, kind of laid back. I don't know how to describe it. He's just not Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, and this guy isn't quite as cocky.
No, he has his own style.
Yeah, I mean, he's not bad. I just keep wishing it was Matthew McConaughey.
I should probably go because he's made dinner and now it's all ready. So
Okay, well,
before he has to drive. I think
we got
that's,
everything.
I think we got everything. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully this will be up tomorrow. Yeah.
I should be able to get it up.
Monday.
Yeah, I'll try to do it earlier rather than later.
Yeah. Don't do a bunch of editing.
I don't think I have a lot of editing to do. So yeah.
Make it easier on yourself. Okay. Well, happy stitching, everybody.
Thanks for watching. Join the chaos of my house. Bye. Have a good week.